All right, you maggots, listen up. Let me just show you something real quick. In one of the, I had like 1,000 videos at one time up on YouTube, and I took them down because I had stupid trolls, and I almost have 1,000 back up. Um, the subscribers almost getting near 1,000, but there's less people doing electronics and being on YouTube. But I just want to show you. This is a magazine from 1994. Microcomputer. Now, if you turn inside to a page, let's see if you can see this on camera. Measuring temperature the Quadi way. All right, and you notice the name is me. That's me, John Kleinbauer. All right, couple page article. I got like $400 for it. Here's how it ended up. This is an AT card. That's a radio fax receiver card that I designed and built. It's got a dual supply on it, and it's on the back of an AT card. I use the AT card as the interface board, and that's the whole idea of Quadi, which is quick and dirty data interface. In other words, if you want to do some experiments with the computer, you use the unused UART on this was used to be like a printer port, 2 serials and a game port, and rather than etch a circuit board and everything, you get some perk board and you build your project on there and you mount it on this board, and then you run your wires, and then you change the address of the in your software. You use the address of the UART. Now, I bought the whole, it was my concept. I followed up on it, and I got it published. And 2 articles got published. And then the magazine changed hands. They weren't paying as much, so I went off on my own. And I did the crank organ booklet, and I sold that. And then I went off and did 20 years of doing CNC machine plans. Oh, by the way, they were step-by-step plans. All right? They weren't a one-sheet piece of paper that other people stuck people for $65. For $35, it was a step-by-step build on how to build a CNC machine. This is before 3D printing. See, this is who you're dealing with. And you say, boy, what a prick that guy is. No, I've been there, done that. I moved on. I got to realize that I really like electronics, and that's my hobby. And then I got into YouTube videos, and I'm thinking, well, it's my turn now. I don't have to kowtow to anybody with the CNC anymore, and I do the video I want to do. And it upsets people. Well, you ought to do is go bother somebody else. Go bother somebody that wants to get monetized and make money with their videos. And then once they do a step-by-step video, and they find out that all the work they put into it, they're not going to get a return. I know this from doing the CNC. I did over 35 different machine designs. I sold plans, maybe 12. I don't really remember how many plans I sold. And I did a controller or a motor driver circuits, help people out. It wasn't worth it. I was subsidizing it with my retirement money. I learned my lesson. It did have a peak where I was paying all the bills and everything with the money, but then it dropped off because people don't follow up. And that's when I started to realize that people buy a set of plans, they crawl up your ass for 3 days, and then they get bored and they move on to the next make-believe project. I learned all this the hard way. And I do videos to warn people that are at my level to watch out for just certain problems. And like in the case of that helicopter video, I had people tell me, what a stupid video. Everybody knows that. Well, apparently people didn't know how to set the trims. The instructions were pathetic, and people were they still thanking me for that video. Anyway, that's who I am. I'm in electronics. You, in your mind, a lot of you are make-believe. I did it reality. As a little kid, I used to sit there and go through popular electronics and think someday maybe I can write a project. And my projects are huge. Okay? You look at this thing, and it receives from a shortwave radio radio facsimile pictures, cruise ship pictures. This is years ago now, and weather maps. A different board I built, I actually did the GOES 9 satellite as it came over the house. Go read up on some of this. Some of this stuff, you don't need it anymore. Cell phones put all this stuff, made all this stuff obsolete. You want a weather picture, you go up on the internet and get it. I used to get the weather pictures right from Virginia, the naval base. I actually got some from Alaska. I received pictures, Cyrillic text, Russian from their fishing fleet. They would send the weather maps and stuff out to their fishing fleets, and I used to intercept those maps. The cruise ship, a lot of cruise ships that were out of South America, they would send the newspaper each page 4 times, the main picture, and it was in like red, green, blue, and then this other, was it magenta? Well, there was 4 colors they sent. So they sent the same picture 4 times. And then on the cruise ship, the guy could receive those pictures, make negatives, put it together, make a color picture. And on the cruise ship, you could buy the, like the New York Times or whatever it was. All right? I intercepted all this stuff. I've done it, been there, done it. I'm the guy that actually did it. And like I said, the goal when I was a kid was to come up with an idea, to get published. Did that. And then start a business, design CNC machines that could be built for under $500. Did that for 20 years. And now it's like, I'm retired. I'm 72 years old. And I know what, I won't say what sells because I'm not looking to make money, but I know what people are interested in. And a lot of times, a large amount of people will like to watch Shango repair a radio. And then they watch it, and then he explains how he comes to certain revelations, or in other words, he figures certain things out, and the light bulb goes on. Sometimes he says he's riding the short bus, which means he made a big mistake. I get what he's doing. I do that, but I don't do it on camera. He does it on camera. And there's certain, when I'm watching him repair, there's certain things he doesn't know. And he doesn't like to work really thin wires, like on an IF can or a loop stick coil. That's my forte. If you watch my videos on the Hammerlin, I had to do the inside capacitors of the IF cans, the BFO, and the discriminator for the FM. I did that. I didn't like doing that. Those wires are so thin. You break one of them, that's it for that coil. And you're not going to find that coil anywhere. But I'm heavily into electronics my whole life since I was 8 years old. And I have a different goal than what you think I should have. You go do it with your life. Try doing some videos. You know, I make fun of people that don't do videos, but they have so much to say. Another guy that's at my level, we can have a long talk, but we'd never say to the other guy, you know, you should do a step-by-step video, because we would laugh because we know where that's going. And I go look at FranLab, and she explains it. And she, at the time, she was having trouble paying her bills, and she had to keep moving. Go look at FranLab, what she went through, trying to make people happy. It can't be done. So I told you, my videos are what I'm working on. And if I see something I think I want to warn people about, that's what I do. And what I'm telling you now is, been there, done that. The things you wished you would, I've done it. I have the proof that I've done it. I went to tech school. The company would come up on a Friday, and one of the bosses would call me in on a Friday, hand me tickets to an airplane, and say, you're going to Texas tomorrow, and you're going to school for Olivetti. And they didn't tell me it was all in Italian. But anyway, I was that guy. And the other guys in the place, they get jealous. But eventually they got good, and they get sent away to school for different products. But it is what it is. I've done it. I've done the work. I'm 72, and I've been trying to find a new hobby, another one. Electronics, I won't say I've done everything, but it's really close to it. I got into the Arduinos. Years ago, I actually had this, it's up in the front here. This guy here. I bought one of these, this circuit board. There was a microprocessor or experimentation board, and I bought it to do a caller ID for a telephone. And as I'm working on it and getting it working, I realized they put a caller ID mechanism in the modem by software, and that pulled this thing to a halt. I was able to sell this board at a flea market. You could program this board so it would operate in fourth or basic. You just reprogram an EEPROM. I've done it. I've done it. I'm not good at programming. That's the one thing I don't like doing. I get in there enough that I can make some changes with somebody else's software, and I get it done. I think that's it. All right, that's it.